on a new adventure.
I'm not sure if he's going to be just fine, but he's able to absorb that damage, and for now, that's going to be what matters. As Michael, round 2, potentially. They've got the Rolling Boulder here, and Mike doesn't have the Soul Rip mana this time, so they're going to go for it, and this time they should get it. Sides against it, that is still a relatively durable Undying that you'd be going into, so instead, they push the wave out, they do get the D-Ward down, and now Sacred can breathe a little bit easier in this lane. As Michael's going to roll, they want Sammy, they're going to try and go for it. They get the ult in from Alone as well. That is very well timed. Sammy taken down, and now Mike trying to get back to the tower. He does have some stick charges. He should be okay, but Sacred is kind of diving after this one. And yeah, Alone, your HP very, very low. Mike, I mean, he would love that kill, but he is not going to get it. Michael steps in front, gets the Rolling Boulder stun, and Sacred will finish the job.
And you see how premeditated that is. As soon as he got level 6, he made that play, but that's where Ryoya, 4 heroes.
Stunned up by the Boundless, Rolling Boulder in, kick back there. They're going to throw down the Sprout as well. Ryoya has no mana left to fight with. Mike tries to come in for the heal, but it's not enough. The arrow flies as well, but it hits no one, and that...
So quick. And even the Weaver, to a certain extent, can just be this hero that can sit in lanes, push him out very safely, and gotta be careful. Oh, what a sentry.
Hit him up. There's going to be the Spear stun. Sacred, no time for the time lapse. He's down, and Michael... Well, that's a nice Rolling Boulder to get him on the other side. Alone, meanwhile, throws out the ult just to maybe try and dissuade Team from going any further. But at that point...
You thought you had me.
Yeah, and they know that they don't need to be too serious right now on the Infamous side. Once the Exo gets committed, that's when the real fight begins, and okay.
Jump onto Ryoya. Alone is in. There's the Boundless Strike into the Illuminate. A lot of damage coming out, but Ryoya's still alive, but there's the Sprout trapping him up. He's able to cut his way through, though, and he will be able to get himself out. Now... maybe Team try to turn. Alone is going to look for the TP, and he just barely makes it out. Mike tried to give him one last punch to finish the job, but will not get the kill. But now Sacred is respawning and coming back in. He's going to throw down the Swarm into the Boundless. That's, yeah, just trying to do too much there.
They got to go do Roche now.
Yeah.
They're forced. If they don't get anything, they have to do this.
Half duration on Exo. They even throw down the Tombstone. Not taking any chances. They want this fight, but hey... well, he's going to try and make something happen here. Sending in the Illuminate. Michael is in position to try to roll, and the cores are making their way over. Nice pushback there as well. The Swarm flies through. This is going to get a little bit awkward because Exorcism's running out of time, but Brax pushing forward, getting the Spear stun down. They've locked down Sacred. They need to be able to keep him locked in place, and they do exactly that. So they will find that first kill, but now there's going to be the roll-in from Michael, dropping the Magnetize. Sammy's dropping low, but the Force Staff gets him onto high ground, unfortunately directly into the waiting arms of Alone, but Alone doesn't have the damage. He's going to be taken down first. Michael does roll forward to finish the job, but it's cost Infamous pretty much everything they have, and yeah, Michael's going to be taken down. Lumiere's the only one to get away. But they still want it. They're going to push in for it. Roche dropping low. Is there a response from Infamous? They're going to send the Swarm in. And Alone snatched it. He jumped in. What? Sammy, he didn't make space for it. Wasn't able to pick it up, and now this fight's going to get incredibly awkward. The roll forward from Michael. He throws down the Magnetize. He will die, but Lumiere's now in the back line. He's going to throw out the Wukong's command. They do burn through that first life, however. Now are they set up to take him down again? They are with the Spear stun. Lumiere needs to try and get over to help. Sacred's coming in now as well. And Sacred...
Yags.
There's the Yags play. He actually gets the time lapse onto his teammate. And this is it. It's time for Team to clear out. Brax has to go. He's not going to be able to make it, though, as he will fall. Lumiere cleans up Ryoya. Now the silence onto Flea coming in from Alone into the Wrath of Nature. And Flea, not quite dead yet, but he should tick down to the DOT if nothing else. Yeah, Sacred's able to get it, and Sacred, what a play.
Stuff like this is going to happen. Well, Sammy's got it. Oh, no. There's
going to be another roll. Alone's now TPing in. The BKB pops, so the arrow won't affect him, and Sammy, he is going to tick to the DOT. They will find that kill, but now Michael may be taken down. Lumiere, however, is going to pop that Wukong's. It's not enough to save his buddy, but they're actually looking for a secondary fight, and Team are the ones who now have to retreat. I'm not sure if they knew for sure that it's there, but they at least were
they see Brax.
Oh, God, Brax. Good blink away, though. He's going to be able to get out for now, but Michael still wants in, and he's got a BKB, so if he really does want to get right in the middle, there's nothing they can do to stop him as Sammy forced to pop his own BKB. Force Staff's going to get him away, but they're trying to keep the chase on. They're not able to finish him off just yet, but now the lineup is split. IX Mike taken down. Brax has to blink out of his own arena, but the Assassinate flies in onto Sacred, and Sacred wanted to wait as long as he could for the time lapse, but he is going to be taken down. Now Lumiere has to pop the BKB, go for the Wukong's command, but Ryoya pushing his way in. Exorcism is active. He is trying to dish out the damage, but he's fighting into the ring. It's going to be dangerous for him, and he can't really go directly in. He's got to sort of hang out around the edges, but he is still fighting. Alone is now falling back. Rax is going to look for some sort of spear play, but he doesn't actually throw it out there. And I'm not really sure what else they're going to be able to get. The Assassinate flies through. That connects onto A, but he'll force staff himself out of any sort of blink range. And
you're going to go into the pit. There's no BKB on the Monkey King. This engagement is so difficult, but take a look at bottom. Alone is already putting so much pressure on. This is going to keep Team looking back constantly, but with the tomb down, it's really difficult for them to get into here. Here we go, though.
That's just a straight-up roll-in from Michael. The Hex now comes out onto IX Mike, trying to keep him out of the engagement, and, well, now the Monkey King is into the pit. He'll take down Roshan. He'll grab the Aegis for himself. They'll now clean up the tombstone. Actually, they won't. They don't finish it off just yet, but they get everything they want out of that. And at this point, Michael, look at him go. He's still rolling in. He's going to be able to find the kills while Alone, he finishes off nearly an entire lane of Rax. So his teammates just keep the opponents at bay. And this is going so horribly. Sammy just got clipped by the stun, and Alone TP's in to finish him off. Now it's just get the hell out of Dodge for the side of Team. Pull back with anybody still alive.
That's where this game, it's just been such a huge opening for Infamous. It's a combination of things, getting the Aegis, getting the Glyph, and, well, there's Mike.
He was able to reflect that Nullifier. That's a nifty play, but not going to be enough
kickback.
to keep him alive. Meanwhile, yeah, he just picked up that Ag, so he's able to enchant Brax and kick him back. But, well, Brax is going to try and hold his own. They did just cut down a tree on the Monkey King, so Lumiere was stunned up for quite a while. Now he's pinned by the spear, but even if they bring him down, that Aegis, that's going to bring him right back up. Perfectly timed out there. And are they really in a position to take this secondary fight? There's the BKB into the Wukong's command. Now Sammy completely isolated, while Ryoya, he's just getting hammered away. He's going to be able to fall back into his own base, but now can the sniper TP back? Yes, he can. So he is going to be safe, and Team will regroup on their high ground, and there's a nice bit of damage coming out onto A. Can they time-lapse him? Yes, they can. So he's going to be able to survive it. Brax, though, just actually went forward for the blink, but he doesn't have the arena. Now he's silenced up, so there's no spear either. This is getting so complicated. Lumiere onto the backline. He takes down Sammy. Sammy is dead with no buyback. And Team, they're going to start to fall apart here. Ryoya desperately trying to get back to the fountain. I think he might just make it unless Sacred can finish him off, but Sacred doesn't have that damage just yet, but they will lose Mike. And Mike actually, that's a dieback from him, so he is not going to be back into this engagement anytime soon. And that's unfortunate, because Team, I mean, they've got to...
Yeah,
okay.
they call it.
I was going to say they had to go there if they wanted to defend, but they'll instead call the GG, and Infamous will take Game 1 of this best-of-3 series, and they do so in, honestly, pretty convincing fashion.
Yeah, and another double mailing lane up top. Unfortunately for them, the chest bump is pretty powerful. The God's Rebuke is always going to kill the aggression, but Flea, I don't think he respected their cooldowns enough
Shards
here.
comes in again. He'll try for his shackle, but this time, I don't really think it's going to be enough. He's still getting slowed down. The Boundless comes out, and Lumiere gets first blood, so, as you said, I don't think he respected the cooldown. Made their way over. That's a good ward, though, from Michael. That's going to get them some nice vision, but, well, IX Mike with a better play. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he just stands in front. If that arrow can... Oh, God, Ryoya, he may still die. He gets clipped by the Torrent, and now the leap in from Michael's going to get him right there for the final right click. It was a decent attempt with the phase shift, but he can only dodge one of those two right clicks. So they will take Ryoya down. Mike now falls as Michael picks up the double on that rotation, but he runs right into Flea afterwards, and actually Flea may want to be the one who's careful here. He gets clipped by the arrow. The Starstorm could come out, but Alone... Actually, Alone doesn't want the fight, but Lumiere does. He's going to come in with the Boundless, and at Shackle will not matter. Michael with the triple kill when... Well, I see what Infamous were trying to do there. They just didn't really have a full tank of gas, so to speak. But now, Alone, he's hitting up Ryoya a little bit here, but I don't know if he has the damage to really do this by himself. The X is there into maybe a ghost ship play, but... Well, he's really just going along with this. Ryoya is going to try to jump away. And
oh my
God.
goodness.
He dodges the first hit on the X, but the secondary, that bow just keeps on going, and it makes contact. May have missed on the first attempt. He still makes the connection, and a hero that is normally so incredibly hard to keep locked down in Ryoya just cannot get away. But now, might see a bit of a return play here, but look at that Torrent into the Snowball. They do still drop down the Dream Coil, however, and I think that should be enough. A will die. Flea, oh God. Flea very nearly dies as well, but Alone,
What a
that's a little
spear.
bit greedy. That spear pins him down. The Hex comes through as well, and Alone, he's dead. I do not think that would have been worth it, even if he does get that last bit of damage onto Flea. That's just sticking around too long with 4 heroes in the area. The Manta alone is not going to be enough for him to really be a big difference maker, so this is where things are going to get awkward, especially with Ike's Mike getting caught out, but they actually try to jump in onto Sammy. Can they keep him locked down? He does have the song. Actually, no, he didn't. He already used it. Just used it in the fight, but it's going to be enough to get him away. And now they might actually turn. They take down A. They're going to look for Sacred as well. Sacred is just going to try to channel out and illuminate before he dies, and technically he'll do so, but it's not enough to save him. So Sammy gets away. The song sets his team up for 2 kills, and Rax, you might want to be a little bit careful here. That X is coming out. There's no torrent, but with Lumiere sort of pushing into position, don't want to go too far forward.
I think it's a big reason why they decided to go for it, but such an early Yules.
Oh.
Okay.
The arrow hits the creep instead, but they do still have the X into the boat. With that silence down, Brax will still fall. They want Ryoya as well. This feels like it's going to be rough for them, but that is a very well-timed series of stuns. The snowball, the punch, the boundless, all coming in perfectly. And Ryoya, by the time he realizes what's coming, it's too late to react. He gets taken down, and now Sammy, once again, is going to get pushed off of his farm. The boundless strike locks him down. Lumiere is going to try and close the gap, and Michael hit an arrow. If he hits this, they could very easily find this. Okay, well, yeah, that's maybe kind of cheating a little bit as he sets up the Yules, but gets the job done. Sammy gets taken down, and this is a massively staggered lineup now for Team because you're getting the puck back up in a few seconds, but the Naga Siren is still down. Rotating their way all the way up from the south, and if Sammy's the first one hit, that would be huge. They don't hit him immediately, but where can they jump? They're trying for it. They got the Yules onto Sammy, but in the lane itself, Lumiere tried to jump in onto Flea. They will be able to lock him down, but they really do want that Naga first. They do manage to get it. Sammy will be taken down, and now Ryoya's got to run. He did throw down the Dream Coil. That's going to allow him to escape, but Brax got picked off, and now Mike TP canceled by the Boundless. So that is 4 dead, and Ryoya, I mean, he may have survived, but his Dream Coil gets committed there just to get him out.
You just song. You get out, you try to get everyone as far away as possible, and then you fill out the map again, but he even got the real one mid.
Well, the arrow won't connect.
Should be fine.
And Flea with the shackles, yeah, I don't really know if they want this fight. Michael's going to set up the Yules play, but there's no arrow this time. But Alone, he's still in trouble. But now here comes Lumiere in with the Wukong's command, trying to cover for his teammate. That's a lot of damage being dished out. But now Sammy popping that song. Flea still gets taken down by Sacred, though, as he was just outside of that radius. And now Sammy didn't actually leave. He is backing off now, but Ryoya just wanders into the fight, gets silenced up immediately. This is rough. Team. They're going to have to mount a defense, and Sammy is not in the base. He does have a TP, but this is not going to be an easy sort of play for them to make. And at this point, do you maybe just sacrifice the Rax? Because even if Sammy TP's back, I don't know how much of a fight they're going to be able to get, but without the song, I don't really know if they can mount the defense at all. But they're going to go for it. There's the spear stun. They lock down the Kunkka. They've got him trapped up inside of nothing as the snowball now pulls him out. And Alone now has time to pop the BKB, and this fight is going to start turning. Sammy trying to hold on to that song for as long as he possibly can. He wants to wait till the BKBs are over. And, well, he is waiting for quite some time, and actually his teammates are kind of handling this song or no song as they've taken down Alone. A is isolated inside of the base. That's an interesting time for the song to come out. I'm pretty sure they had the kill onto A there either way, but didn't want to take any risks, so he's going to send the illusions, but at the same time, look at this. Lumiere, they're actually going for multiple lanes. They'll push their way bot as well, so really trying to spread those defenders thin on the team side, and okay, never mind. Alone is now making his way over, so they're not going to be quite that greedy. Looking to just secure one lane and then clear out, but Flea jumps in. They got down that Hex. They're going to get the shackle onto Alone. Can they actually bring him down, though? Alone still holding. BKB active. Teammates come in to help him out, and it's just an absolute disaster for the team side. But the buybacks are going to come through. They still want to keep the fight going, really, at this point, out of desperation. Sammy, though, is silenced. He can't get the song off just yet, and, well, at this point, does he really want to use it? The torrent is really just keeping him locked in place. Now the song will come out, but Lumiere already has his BKB active, so he's going to continue trying to dish out this damage. And it just feels like at this point, I understand trying to hold the song, but Sammy may have held that a little bit too long. By the time he gets it down, they just don't have anything left to make any sort of counterplay as Mike will be taken down. Ryoya does get a kill onto A away on the backline, but Alone is now sort of keeping him in an awkward spot. But Ryoya is going to be able to blink away, and at this point, if you're Infamous, I don't really think you focus on Ryoya anymore. He's used pretty much everything he has. Sammy is the one on the front line alone and exposed, so they're going to try and go for it. As they'll jump onto Flea, they lock him down, but Flea's sacrifice gets Sammy away. Lumiere wants to continue the chase here, but I don't know if they really want to go onto the tier 4s. That would be a little bit risky, and now Ryoya has managed to get back into his own base, but he's going to get silenced up by that, by that Kunkka. They hit him up with the Boundless as well. Not able to finish the kill, though, but Ryoya has to try and fall back, but Michael hits him up with the Starstorm damage, and Ryoya will fall. No buyback on that puck, and Team really look like they're running out of resources. No one can buy back right now. It's up to Sammy and Brax to try and hold this, but there's no arena and there's no song. Well, there's an arena now, but he's already dead. Sacred blows him up, and Sammy is really just trying to buy time, I think, at this point. But the X is going to be pulling him back into the Torrent. They've got down that Wukong's command as well. And Sammy will fall. IX Mike, meanwhile, just respawned. Welcome back to the game. You're probably dead again, or maybe not. But the GG will be called. So Mike will be spared, but no, he will not. Wow, Sacred, okay. Sacrifices himself to get that final kill, but it was the end of the game. But Infamous, I mean, game 1 looked pretty damn good for them. Game 2, honestly, even more dominant on their part.